Look around you right now. What do you see? A pile of accumulated papers on the desk? Clothes thrown on the chair that you promised to put away yesterday? Drawers so full they seem to be gasping for breath? We were taught that clutter is just a lack of time, but the truth is much darker. Modern neuroscience has already proven that a chaotic environment floods our brain with cortisol, the stress hormone, silently sabotaging our ability to focus and maintain mental clarity. Living in physical chaos is, quite literally, living in a full-time state of low-intensity anxiety. While the West tries to solve this by buying more organizing boxes, the ancient masters of Japan discovered centuries ago that external order is the only possible foundation for internal peace. They didn't organize rooms. They organized the soul itself. Today, you will discover the 7 hidden rules of Japanese minimalism that go far beyond cleaning. They are psychological keys to liberating your mind through your space. The first rule is born from a deep spiritual concept, Danshari, written with 3 ideograms that mean refuse, discard, and detach. Danshari is not about throwing things in the trash. It is about breaking the invisible umbilical cord that binds us to objects that have already died in our lives. In Japan, it is believed that accumulating useless things stagnates the energy of the home. When we bring this into Western psychology, we bump into what scientists call the endowment effect, a cognitive bias that makes our brain overestimate the value of something simply because we own it. That is why you keep that torn t-shirt or that broken electronic device. Your brain feels the pain of loss before it sees the gain of space. Practicing Danshari is understanding that empty space is worth much more than an unused object. By refusing excess and discarding the past, you heal your anxiety about the future. Many people do not clean their house because they suffer from a secret paralysis, perfectionism. If it can't be perfect, they don't even start. To break this shackle, the Japanese use the philosophy of Wabi-Sabi. Wabi-Sabi is the acceptance of impermanence and imperfection. In decor and organization, it teaches us to value natural materials, the marks of time, and rustic simplicity. Do not create a home that looks like an untouchable laboratory. In behavioral psychology, focusing on the Wabi-Sabi aesthetic drastically reduces our decision fatigue. When you accept that your home is a living, imperfect organism, you stop wasting mental energy polishing every single corner and focus on what truly matters: functionality and coziness. Less aesthetic demand, more peace of mind. In Japanese architecture and design, the space left empty is more important than the space that is. You ever wasted 20 minutes looking for your car keys or wallet before leaving? This small daily chaos destroys your reservoir of patience right in the morning. The fourth rule solves this through the concept of Seiton, one of the bases of the famous 5S system. Seiton means literally functional order or arrangement. The premise is simple. Every single object in your home must have a fixed, permanent address. If an object doesn't have a home of its own, it will turn into clutter. Behavioral psychology validates this practice through the mechanism of habit automation. When the brain does not need to think about where to store or where to find an object, it saves glucose and mental energy. Energy. Seiton transforms organization into a subconscious process. You don't spend willpower to tidy up. The house stays organized because the logical flow of things simply works. In the West, cleaning the house is seen as a punishment, a thankless chore that we want to finish as quickly as possible. In Japan, Zen monks practice Soji, the daily ritual of cleaning the temple. For them, sweeping the floor is the same as sweeping away the impurities of the mind. The practice of Soji requires you to change your internal posture. Cleaning is not a means to an end. It is the end itself. It is an act of presence. This connects perfectly to the psychological concept of flow, or the state of flow. Discovered by psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, when you clean an environment by focusing entirely on the movements, the touch, the rhythm, You turn off the brain's default mode network, the one responsible for obsessive thoughts and worries about the future. Soji transforms house cleaning into one of the cheapest and most efficient mindfulness tools in existence. If you leave your house to be organized only when the chaos becomes unbearable, you have already lost the battle. The Japanese avoid collapse through Ousouji, a traditional practice of deep cleaning, which in daily life unfolds into the habit of resetting the environment before changing activities. The rule is clear: the space you clean will be the problem you create. Shintoism and the philosophy of mottainai, a mix of respect for resources and a horror of waste. In Japan, there is a sensitivity that even inanimate objects deserve respect and gratitude for the service they provide us. When you throw your shoes around carelessly or stuff your clothes into the drawer, you are unconsciously expressing a lack of respect for your own life and your efforts to acquire those things. Positive psychology has extensively studied the effects of active gratitude. When you start caring for your belongings with reverence, cleaning them, storing them with care, and thanking them for their usefulness, your mindset changes. You stop compulsively desiring what you don't have. Have, and start deeply valuing what you already possess. Organization stops being about aesthetics and becomes about dignity. Your home is the mirror of your inner world. If your mind is confused, your physical space will reflect that. But the opposite is also a sacred path. By ordering your outer space using the wisdom of Danshari, Ma, and Seiton, you force your mind to enter a state of harmony. Don't try to change your whole house today. Choose just one drawer. Apply one of these rules. Give that space the right to breathe, and feel your mind do the same. If this essay made sense for your journey, subscribe to the channel, leave your reflection in the comments below, and share this video with someone who needs to find a little peace in the middle of chaos. Until the next thought.